Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Volusia-Flagler High School Sports Awards, brought to you by the Daytona Beach News Journal, in partnership with Halifax Health and ViStar Credit Union.
Some doors you use every day, and some you may not. But when you need it most, our doors will always be open. Halifax Health, celebrating 90 years of service.
Talent will always be found. It doesn't matter where you play or where you're from. When you have talent, people will find you.
Some of the biggest names in the world of sports come together to honor the best high school athletes in the country. Alex Morgan, Katie Ledecky, Aaron Rodgers, Sue Bird, Shaquille O'Neal.
Now do you know my name? Yeah, you know, do you know my name? You know, my name is Fire, Fury, Power. My name is Legend. You know, do you know my name? Legend.
It's a celebration of athletic excellence from those who know it best. Here are your hosts, Heisman Trophy winner and ESPN analyst Desmond Howard, and the host of NFL Live and SEC Nation, Laura Rutledge.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the show. Tonight we get to celebrate one of the most passionate and exciting groups in all of sports, the high school athlete.
That's right, Laura. An incredible list of all-star talent has signed on to help recognize these amazing men and women. We're talking Aaron Rodgers, Alex Morgan, Chipper Jones, Sue Bird, Katie Ledecky, and the big man himself, Shaquille O'Neal.
I love it. You know, I actually think it's illegal these days to have a sports award without Shaq in it.
I think you're right.
So I'm glad he's on board for our show tonight.
Of course, and the Diesel has something in common with everyone else on this show. At one point or another, we all went to high school.
True, and while the time since high school has been a while, for some more than others, we all still remember the hopes and dreams and even the challenges of that memorable time in our lives.
And tonight, we all return to high school to cover a lot of sports and give out a lot of awards. If two people showed up to cheer for it, and those two people were your parents, we're celebrating it tonight.
So ditch the backpacks and summer reading lists and forget about that pop quiz you bombed in third period French last semester. It's time to celebrate some of the best high school athletes in the area.
Of course, none of this will be possible without the generous support of our sponsors.
And you can't have a celebration this big without a little flexing going on. That's why we have sports broadcaster Abby Labar keeping an eye on the land of the humble brag.
Thanks, Laura. And speaking of bragging, we know you love to, and we love to see it. So tag us in your social posts, share photos and videos from your own celebrations using tonight's hashtags. Posts on Instagram or Twitter will be shown on the social media feed on the show website. Plus, one lucky person using the hashtags on Instagram or Twitter will receive an autographed gift from one of our featured guests tonight, thanks to support from ICI Homes. Okay, so we know every award show needs a red carpet, and lucky for us, two former college football players agreed to host ours tonight. If you don't know them as football players, well, you probably know them better from another little gig they had. The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, my friends Tyler Cameron and Matt James.
Thanks, Abby. Matt and I are so excited to be here. We got out, got dressed up, and stepped into our freshest kicks to walk the red carpet.
Wait, are those my shoes?
Bro, you put them in my closet. I'm wearing them now.
Tonight we get a chance to salute some show-out high school athletes. So who's handing out the roses? I mean the awards tonight.
Careful now. We talked about this and we let that go. We were playing sports long before our bachelor days, so we know how exciting this must be for you.
But tonight's not about us. It's about the athletes of today, the records they're breaking, the bars they're raising, and the names we'll be reading and remembering in the future.
So let's hear from them right here on the Gary Yeoman's Ford red carpet.
And even though we're not strutting our stuff and getting the inside scoop on the live red carpet, we got pretty creative.
That's right. You guys shared your favorite moments from the past year straight from the source.
Roll it.
When Seabreeze played against Mainland, and I did really good that game. I think I had about 4 sacks and 15 tackles. And then I won the leadership award and got defensive player of the game, which is pretty exciting.
The most exciting thing in high school right now, well, I can only pick one, honestly. It was just being Friday night, just being there on the field. You know, walking past parents saying, Ellie, you got this game. And them chanting defense. You know, I make a good play on the field and I go to the coaches and everybody hypes me up. That was something I can't describe in words. That was probably the perfect thing.
It's really important to me to be on a team because my team is where I've met some of my best friends that I'll keep with me for the rest of my life. And my best memory with my team would have to be winning 5-star my sophomore year because that marked 25 wins for the Spruce Creek girls swim team, so it was really exciting to celebrate with all of them.
My best memory with my team was winning the district championship for cross country. After all the hard work we put in, it was just so glad seeing it all pay off.
Thanks for sending those in. We love hearing your stories.
All right, let's get this party started. Back to you, Laurie and Des.
Thanks, guys. I don't know about you, Desmond, but I'm ready to start giving these kids some of their hard-earned awards.
Hey, let's do it. We're going to kick things off in the pool. Here to help us dive right in is one of the most decorated female swimmers in U.S. history, the legendary Katie Ledecky.
Katie Ledecky burst on the competitive swimming scene at 15 years old. At the London Olympics, she took home the gold and the first of many Olympic medals. She's added 4 more golds, 15 world championships, 2 NCAA titles, and a whole bunch of freestyle world records. The recent Stanford grad is back in the pool, training for Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Katie Ledecky talking to all you swimmers and divers out there. I know a lot of the world puts us all together in one big group because we spend half of our time in the pool and the other half of the time trying to get chlorine out of our hair. But we are a very diverse group. Divers launch themselves off of boards and platforms of varying heights, and swimmers employ a bunch of different strokes and distances, each with its own unique demands. That's why I'm here. So I can speak to all of you individuals and tell you the key to success in your water world is to always, always, always keep moving forward. Except, of course, anyone who competes in backstroke or performs back dives. That advice would be very bad for you. You guys keep going backward. That sounded weird. I'm gonna go back in the pool. I'll leave all you divers to your diving and your backstrokers to your backstroking. I'll see you later. Here are the honorees for the Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are And the Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Michaela Kronk of Flagler Palm Coast High School.
One of the most accomplished high school athletes in Volusia-Flagler area history, Michaela Kronk leads Flagler Palm Coast High School as a 7-time state champion. Kronk completed a 3rd consecutive Class 4A sweep of the 100 and 200-yard freestyle events. The Florida commit and U.S. Olympic trial qualifier posted times of 48.78 seconds and 1 minute 46.23 seconds in those respective races.
Congratulations, Michaela. Here are the honorees for the Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are And the Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Tristan Ide of Atlantic High School.
Twice a state finalist for Windermere High School, Tristan Ide nearly became his new school's first state swimming champion. Ide finished 3rd in Class 2A in the 200-yard individual medley with a time of 1 minute 54.42 seconds, and he added a runner-up finish in the 100-yard breaststroke.
Congratulations, Tristan.
If you had to name the sport that most pro athletes choose to play when they're not at their paying gig, it would have to be golf. It doesn't mean they're good at it, but it doesn't mean they're as bad as Charles Barkley either. But we decided to tap someone who makes their living driving for show and putting for dough. Here's Ryan Palmer with the Golf Awards.
Four-time champion Ryan Palmer is no stranger to success. On the PGA Tour, where every week is a battle of attrition, he's taken home 4 tour victories, 11 runners-up, 67 top 10 finishes, including 2 in the majors.
Hey all you golfers out there. PGA Tour winner Ryan Palmer here to hand out the golf awards. But before I do, I want to point out something about golf compared to other sports. Listen, I get it. There's no buzzer beating golf. No one is throwing the ball 100 miles an hour at you, and no one is going to smash into you at the top of your swing and throw you to the ground. That's all true. But there's something awesome about golf that you can't find in a lot of other sports. If you've got a couple of hours to spare, you can play on the same courses that Tiger, Phil, myself, Annika and MB, or even Rory and DJ play on. Try shooting hoops with your friends at Madison Square Garden, or play 9 innings at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Let's hear it for the game of golf, where legendary venues are open to all. Here are your honorees for the Female Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Female Golfer of the Year is Alexandra Gazzoli of Matanzas High School.
One of 4 freshman honorees, Alexandra Gazzoli tied for 3rd place in the Class 2A tournament with a 2-day total of 150. She added victories in the district tournament and the All-Area Challenge.
Congratulations, Alexandra. Here are your honorees for the Male Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are
and the winner is Chase Haygood of Spruce Creek High School. Junior Chase Haygood had the area's best 9-hole average and I Wanna Maker ranking at number 8 in the state across all classifications. Haygood tied for 5th individually at the Class 3A tournament, producing a 2-day total of 145, which was just 1 over par. Congratulations, Chase.
Carrie Walsh-Jennings here. Stick around. Volleyball's coming up soon.
Without a doubt, I'd recommend ICI Homes to anybody.
One word to describe ICI Homes in the process of building: fantastic.
A lot of sports have similar concepts and equipment: boundaries, balls, and scoreboards, name a few. But there are 2 that make use of sand. One is golf, where it's to be avoided, and the other is beach volleyball, where it's embraced in all its gritty glory. Here to lend a hand with our volleyball awards is someone who knows achieving greatness is no day at the beach, Carrie Walsh-Jennings.
Carrie Walsh-Jennings, also known as 6 Feet of Sunshine, is covered in Olympic gold. The 42-year-old SoCal standout is the most decorated beach volleyball player in Olympic history. She and her former teammate Misty May Trainer won 3 gold medals and 5 world championships, earning the title the greatest beach volleyball team of all time.
Hey everybody, Carrie Walsh-Jennings here. I know this looks like a volleyball, but in reality, it's a ticket to your future. Because the lessons you learn hitting this sucker around will come in handy down the road. Things like teamwork, determination, goal setting. You're going to need all of those skills. And then, there are the friends you make with this. Ones you'll have for the rest of your life. Priceless. So don't think of it as just a volleyball. Think of it as your secret weapon for success. And your honorees for Volleyball Player of the Year are and the finalists are and the Volleyball Player of the Year is Ava Pringle of DeLand High School.
DeLand went 16-7 this fall and was the only local team to reach the second round of the state volleyball playoffs, thanks in large part to senior outside hitter Ava Pringle. She had a team-high 201 kills and added 23 aces, 11 blocks, and 262 digs.
Congratulations, Ava.
There are some athletes today who have been so dominant, you only have to say their first name for everyone to know who you're talking about. They become celebrities, giants of their sport.
That's right. Our next presenter was an athlete like that during her long career. She made her mark as a teenager, practically ruled at Wimbledon, and was still taking home major titles at the age of 49. The name Navratilova will be in the record books for years to come. But for so many of us, all you have to say is Martina.
Martina Navratilova is one of the most dominant players to ever swing a racket. Born in the former Czechoslovakia, the former world #1, claimed 18 Grand Slam singles titles, added to her 31 doubles and 10 mixed doubles. 59 major titles are the most by any player, male or female, in the Open era.
Hey everybody, Martina Navratilova here, to tell you that you picked a great sport to play in high school, because it's a sport that you can play your whole life. I mean, look at me. I'm still out there on the court all the time, playing for hours, and I'm like 60. Never mind, you can see by my hair how old I am. My hair is thinning, but anyway, I don't know why I did that. Because you guys can just Google my name and kind of figure out how old I am and then Instagram me about it, whatever. Anyway, all the effort that you are putting in now, it can pay dividends well past your competitive playing days. Remember, you can love other sports, but tennis is the only sport where love is literally part of the game. Here are the honorees for the Female Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Female Tennis Player of the Year is Marcella Warner of Flagler Palm Coast High School.
A knee injury spoiled the sophomores' promising campaign, but Marcella Warner went 10-2 during the regular season and did not lose a #1 singles match to a local opponent all spring. Warner was part of a dominant Flagler Palm Coast team that won the district championship and earned a trip to the regional final.
Congratulations, Marcella. Here are the honorees for the Male Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Male Tennis Player of the Year is Sammy Ozor of Spruce Creek High School.
The first high school male tennis singles champion in Volusia-Flagler history, Sammy Ozor won 2 tough sets in the Class 4A championship match in April. The Stetson University commit was named Mr. Tennis by the Florida Dairy Farmers and finished his season with a 21-1 singles record.
Congratulations, Sammy.
Bruce Springsteen once topped the charts with his iconic album, Born to Run. But for this ultra-marathon man, those aren't words that you sing. Those are words you live by. Presenting the awards for cross-country, Dean Karnazes.
Dean Karnazes, the legendary Badwater Ultramarathon champion, running 135 miles through Death Valley in 124-degree heat. He later ran a marathon at the South Pole. This superhuman and best-selling author has run 50 marathons in 50 states in 50 days.
Hey guys, Dean Karnassus here to talk a little cross country. But first, a quick confession. I only ran cross country as a freshman in high school. Our team won the state championships, and I figured that I couldn't top that, so I stopped running. Until later in life. Now I've raced and competed on all 7 continents. But enough about me. This is about you guys, the best cross country runners from across the country. Here are the honorees for the Female Cross Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the Female Cross Country Runner of the Year is Jada Williams of Flagler Palm Coast High School.
Junior Jada Williams successfully defended her local crown as cross-country runner of the year and cracked the top 10 in the state at the Class 4A level. Twice a race winner this season, Williams set a personal best time of 19 minutes 6 seconds in October, then ran a 19-minute and 17.7-second race at the state finals.
Congratulations, Jada. Here are the honorees for the Male Cross-Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the Male Cross-Country Runner of the Year is Tyler Herndon of Seabreeze High School.
A newcomer from Colorado, junior Tyler Herndon took the area by storm during the cross-country season. Herndon won 5 races, including a district championship, and posted a personal record at the Class 3A state final, en route to a 44th place finish.
Congratulations, Tyler.
Our summer of savings have arrived at Gary Yeoman's Ford, and while other dealers might be struggling with inventory, we can offer you savings, satisfaction, and a massive selection, including hundreds of certified pre-owned Fords that come with everything you see here, and they've all been priced to sell fast. We have interest rates as low as 0.9%. Or maybe you can't use the car you have now. Bring it down here and we'll pay you cash. Hey, visit GoYeomans.com or just come down here, LPGA 995. Remember, Florida says, Go Yeomans!
We have loved seeing how you are celebrating. Thank you for posting and letting us celebrate with you. Keep posting on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtags for a chance to receive an autographed gift from one of our featured guests tonight, brought to you by ICI Homes. Now let's hear from some honorees with our friends, Matt and Tyler.
Thanks, Abby. One thing you could say about us athletes is some of us tend to be a little superstitious.
Some eat the same thing before every game, some listen to the same music, some people even wear the same socks for every game for years.
Really? Bro, those Sam's Club socks?
Come on, bro.
The thick cotton ones?
I know, but we had socks from our school. You wouldn't wear them. You would stink up the whole place because you wouldn't even wash them. You'd forget to wash them. You still do that same thing in my apartment.
Our days of superstition and pregame rituals are over. But let's hear about what you guys are doing to lock in the win.
My favorite hype song or pregame song is Can't Be Broken by Lil Wayne. It was just taught me and repeated in that song multiple times that no matter what, you just can't be broken.
I wear a lot of eye black. I think that's the superstition in me. Just makes me look mean, and I like it.
Well, that certainly was educational. Whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
What about you, Desmond? I would think a Heisman Trophy winner would have some good pregame rituals. Did you do anything?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty silly and goofy, but I used to put everything on in the same particular order. No matter if we're home or away, like the right sock and the left sock. You know, it's just, I know it's ridiculous. I do it now, even when I put on my suit.
So you put your suit on in that particular order that you used to put your uniform on today? That's what you did?
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I like to hear. All right, that was very good. So moving on, let's get to our next set of awards.
Okay, let's be honest. I'm never going to suit up in a goalie gear and stand in front of a 100-mile-an-hour slap shot or block Shaq's shot. But I have put on a pair of tri-colored rented shoes and rolled the ball down a greased lane with some friends. So with the help of legendary Chris Barnes, let's go bowling, man.
Chris Barnes, the Kansas native, has claimed 19 PBA Tour titles during his 20-plus year bowling career. This 2018 PBA Hall of Fame inductee has rolled 55 perfect games and is the only bowler in history to win Collegiate Player of the Year, the PBA Rookie of the Year, PBA Player of the Year, World Cup Champion, and the World Singles Gold Medal.
Hey everybody, Chris Barnes here to give a much-deserved shout-out to my fellow bowlers. For some reason, bowling doesn't seem to get as much love out there in the world as some other high school sports. I, for one, can't think of a single reason why that would be. As the fastest growing high school sport in America, it seems times are changing. In our sport where perfection is an attainable goal, an accomplished bowler will always have a keen eye, laser-like attention to detail, and they'll have to make all parts of their game work together to be in absolute harmony with their surroundings, just like an athlete in any other sport. So I'm not sure why there is often this subtle lack of respect for bowling out there in the media. Maybe it's the shoes? But at least we don't have referees, right? Here are your honorees for the Female Bowler of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Female Bowler of the Year is Kara Beisel of Seabreeze High School.
The Seabreeze star, Kara Beisel, dominated in all facets of the game this season, leading the area in average highest game and highest series. She was also a district champion and finished 4th at the FHSAA state tournament.
Congratulations, Kara. And now for the guys' lane. Here are your honorees for the Male Bowler of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Florida Male Bowler of the Year is Corey Driver of Mainland High School.
A longtime staple of Mainland's bowling team, Corey Driver bowled a 300 on senior night, brought home a 4th place finish at the FHSAA state tournament, was a district champion, and finished 2nd in the area with a 228.31 regular season average.
Congratulations, Corey.
When you're on the track, you know records are made to be broken, and legends can be made in a fraction of a second. That's why you always have to come with your best. You never know when it's your time to make your mark and when the world is watching.
And the world definitely watched our next presenter. He remains the only man to win gold in the 200 and 400 at the same Olympics. The one and only legendary sprinter, Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. This Texan dominated sprinting for most of the 90s. Of his 16 major international medals, not a single one isn't gold. After becoming the first and only man to defend an Olympic 400-meter title in Sydney, and to this day, the U.S. records in the 200, 300, and 400 meters still bear his name.
Hey everybody, Michael Johnson here to help celebrate the amazing achievements of the athletes from the friendliest sport there is, track and field. I know all those other sports will be mad that I said that, but think about it. When most sports have teams come together to compete, they call it a game. Some call it a match. But when we compete, where do we do it? At a meet. You can't get much more friendly than a meet as far as competition goes. Speaking of which, it's time to meet our honorees. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Female Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Sydney Wright of Mainland High School.
Sydney Wright finished a varsity career to remember, solidifying her name in the Mainland record books as the school's first female state track champion, with a gold medal finish in the 200-meter dash. She also earned a 3rd place finish in the 100-meter dash at state. These wins cap a season where she claimed 13 first-place medals in the 100 and 200-meter events and 5 first-place finishes in the 400. Mainland's 2021 salutatorian is ranked 2nd in the state and 11th nationally in the 200 meters and will continue her academic and athletic career at Stanford University.
Congratulations, Sydney. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Kavar Williams of DeLand High School.
DeLand junior Kavar Williams enjoyed a busy but stellar track season, competing in the 100, 200, and 400-meter dash events and taking first place a whopping 16 total times. Williams won the 4A state championship in the 200-meter dash and added 7th overall in the 100 meters.
Congratulations, Kavar.
It is called the beautiful game. And we're 3.5 billion soccer fans, that's right, billion with a B, around the world. I think you have a hard time arguing with that description.
Just like no one can argue that Alex Morgan is one of the most accomplished players, man or woman, in the history of the U.S. national team, and the perfect choice to present our soccer awards.
When Alex Morgan steps on the pitch, it is game on. With a knack for late-game heroics, Morgan's goal in extra time in the semifinals of the London Olympics helped propel the U.S. to gold. She would go on to win the World Cup in 2014 and 19. Soccer, presented by Brown & Brown Insurance.
Hey everybody, Alex Morgan here. I've been so fortunate with all the things I've been able to do thanks to soccer. And you might be looking wide-eyed at that list of accomplishments, so it might surprise you to know that in this interaction we are having right now, I'm the envious one. I'm not kidding, because you guys are in or just finished high school, and I absolutely loved my time in high school. It was Dunbar High School in Southern California. Go Brahmas! Our colors were purple and gold, and our cheer was loud and proud. Yeah, that stuff stays with you. I'm envious because high school is special. You guys have your whole life ahead of you, which is scary, but also really exciting at the same time. So congrats on all your accolades, and just try to really enjoy the ride. Your older self will thank you, trust me. Here are your honorees for the Female Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Female Soccer Player of the Year is Christiana Cummins of Spruce Creek High School.
Chosen as the Hawks' most valuable player, Christiana Cummins anchored the area's top defense, which conceded just 1 goal in its final 5 matches. Cummins, who will study behavioral neuroscience at the University of Florida, added 2 goals and an assist.
Congratulations, Christiana. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Male Soccer Player of the Year is Cesar Beltran of DeLand High School.
Cesar Beltran was a scoring machine during his senior season as he helped lead DeLand to the District Boys Soccer semifinals. Beltran topped the Volusia-Flagler area in goals scored, and the senior forward also spent stints on defense when needed in a season that ended in a double overtime match against district champion Lake Mary.
Congratulations, Cesar.
Hey guys, it's Aaron Rodgers, and I'll be handing off some football awards in just a bit. Maybe I'll be saying your name, so stick around to find out.
We know how special home is, which is why our family is dedicated to getting you back to yours. Halifax Health, celebrating 90 years of service.
You know, sometimes scoreboards and record books don't tell the entire story. And it's a team that doesn't win the title that everyone remembers.
The Top Team Fan Favorite Award recognizes teams who exceeded expectations and uplifted their fans regardless of their final record. For this award, each community nominates and votes for the most inspiring team from their area. Here are your honorees. Here are your finalists. And the winner is...
76% of New Smyrna Beach cross-country runners beat personal records during the 2020 season. But as important, the team bond is stronger than ever. Whether the intent was to fundraise, condition and train together, or race together, the team exemplifies family, excitement, determination, and grit.
Congratulations, great job.
Now, Laurie, you know they say defense wins championships. I know you won't get any argument about that from our next presenter. But even if you did, I'm pretty sure you'd let him win that argument.
Yeah, I'd sure stay out of his way. Also, those people haven't met you. But anyway, here to present the Defensive Football Player of the Year is T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt, the youngest in an NFL family dynasty, was drafted in the first round by the Steelers in 2017 and became the first rookie to start at linebacker for the Black and Gold in more than 30 years. He has earned 3 Pro Bowl selections, led the league in sacks in 2020, and is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year finalist. Football Defense, presented by Gary Yeomans Ford.
Hey everybody, it's TJ Watt, giving some much-deserved props to the defenders out there. We all know that the offense is the one everybody likes to talk about and read about during the season. But over the long haul, history looks back kindly on those who defend. Think about it. The heroes of the Alamo, they were defenders. The iconic and beloved lawyer Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird, defender. Even one of the early super popular video games back in the 80s was called, you guessed it, Defender. And how do you describe a talented player on the other side of the ball? You call them offensive, like a bad smell or a horrendous outfit, like that uncle who always jokes weirdly at Christmas. So keep doing what you're doing out there on the field. People may go nuts for the quarterbacks today, but they'll always remember you defenders for years to come. Here are your honorees for the Defensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are... And the Defensive Football Player of the Year is Tamar Rodgers of Deland High School.
Viewed as a Power 5 prospect entering his senior year, DeLand's Tamar Rodgers justified the hype in 2020. The outside linebacker had 7 sacks in as many games, adding 15 tackles for loss and an interception. Rodgers signed with Mississippi State back in December.
Congratulations, Tamar.
A big thanks to TJ Watt for helping us out with the defense. And before we move on to offense, I was thinking, Desmond, if I could get you, TJ, and our next presenter on my flag football team, I could go ahead and just plan the victory dinner before the season even started.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, man, I love to run routes for this guy. His accuracy and creativity as a signal caller make him a receiver's dream.
So more on my flag football team later, but he is one of the best and has certainly carved out a place for his name in the record books. Here to present is legendary quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Super Bowl champion Aaron Rodgers holds the league's lowest career interception percentage and the highest single-season passer rating in history. The 9-time Pro Bowl selection was also named the NFL's most valuable player last season, the 3rd MVP trophy of his illustrious career. Football Offense, presented by Gary Yeomans Ford.
Hey everybody, Aaron Rodgers here to hand out some awards to incredibly deserving high school football players. Of course, that got me thinking about all the things I love about our sport. One of the most underrated aspects of football, the terminology. I mean, we got the blitz, the bomb, the sack, wild card. We spike, we trap, we fly, we Hail Mary from time to time. Those are fun. No offense to other sports, but while they dribble or bunt, we hit the hole and shoot the gap. They can't stand tall with a Statue of Liberty or transform a turnover into a touchdown with a fumble rooski. So what do you say? We get in victory formation as we salute some amazing athletes from the gridiron. Here are the honorees for the Offensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Offensive Football Player of the Year is TJ Lockley of Mainland High School.
Possibly the fastest football player in Volusia-Flagler, senior TJ Lockley beat opposing defenses with his legs and his right arm. A 6-foot, 175-pound dual-threat quarterback, Lockley threw for 1,233 yards, rushed for 545 more, caught 6 passes for 78 yards, and scored 18 touchdowns. Recruited as a wide receiver, Lockley heads to East Carolina University in the fall.
Congratulations, TJ. Here are the honorees for the Flag Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Flag Football Player of the Year is Alexa Wilson of Mainland High School.
Mainland junior Alexa Wilson was at the command of the area's best passing attack, completing 76.2% of her passes for an offense that posted 4,227 total yards with 70 touchdowns. As a defender, Wilson snagged 14 interceptions, scored 4 times, and made 60 flag pulls.
Congratulations, Alexa.
Imagine for a moment what it would be like to go through your day carrying around something that weighs the same as you do. Now imagine that weight isn't playing nice and is fighting you the whole time. It would get pretty exhausting, pretty fast. Welcome to the life of a wrestler. Here to help us award these masters of the mat is freestyle Olympic champion Kyle Snyder.
Kyle Snyder, aka Captain America, in 2016 became the youngest Olympic gold medalist and world champion in American wrestling history. He helped Team USA win its first world championship in more than 20 years. He'll be repping the red, white, and blue again when he attempts to defend his freestyle Olympic gold in Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Kyle Snyder here. If you want to have a long and successful wrestling career, you have to embrace a concept that is foreign to most Americans. I'm talking about kilograms. That measure of weight that school children and the rest of the world use with ease, but adults in the US can't seem to wrap their heads around. So if you already have a handle on it, you're ahead of the game. It's kind of like learning the language of your opponents. Here are your honorees for the Wrestler of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Wrestler of the Year is Doug Dittmer of New Smyrna Beach High School.
Doug Dittmer rarely saw a loss this season as he helped lead New Smyrna Beach Wrestling to team district and regional titles. The senior captain joined the Cuda's first final high school season and was undefeated for much of the year, opening with 30 straight victories. Dittmer placed second in regionals and capped off his season with a 5th place individual podium finish in the state tournament.
Congratulations, Doug. And now, let's take a look at some amazing athletes in weightlifting. Here are your honorees for the Female Weightlifter of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Female Weightlifter of the Year is Annie Buchanan of Flagler Palm Coast High School.
Only 2 lifters in the entire state, heavyweights from Mosley and Union County, put up higher totals than Annie Buchanan's 450 mark in the Class 3A 199-pound division. The junior did not miss a single lift throughout the FHSAA State Series, cruising to her first individual gold.
Congratulations, Annie. And now for the guys. Here are your honorees for the Male Weightlifter of the Year. And the finalists are... And the Volusia-Flagler Male Weightlifter of the Year is Justin Irizarry of University High School.
The first state weightlifting champion in University High history, senior Justin Irizarry emerged victorious at a head-to-head 129-pound battle with Flagler Palm Coast's Dominique Bennett. Irizarry saved his best for last with a 215 clean and jerk and a 490 total in the Class 3A meet for gold. His effort helped University take second place overall as a team.
Congratulations, Justin.
We all have that person we look to for inspiration, that drives us to be better, that in turn helps us become an example for somebody else.
And the cycle keeps repeating. Let's take a moment to hear about some of the people who've inspired athletes at every level.
Hey guys, we're back. So let's talk about role models.
Being that person who inspires others is what it's all about.
So, we asked you to tell us who your role models are, and you guys had some great answers.
My role model is Russell Westbrook. If you watch him play basketball, he never gives up. He always attacks. He never lets anyone get in his way. He's a good role model to kids. He's, a family man, but more importantly, he's very tough and he never lets anyone second guess himself.
I credit most of my athletic success to my parents and then all the coaches I've had over the years, because without them, I wouldn't be where I am today.
I would first credit my athletic success to my parents for supporting me in whatever I do. And next, I would credit my athletic success to my coaches for guiding me and allowing me to be the athlete that I am today. And third, I would like to credit my athletic success to my teammates.
My athletic role model is Zach Thomas. He played for the Miami Dolphins as a middle linebacker, and Brian Urlacher, and he was a middle linebacker for the Chicago Bears.
My athletic role model is Derek Brooks.
Hello, my name is Jeff, and on behalf of Mr. Yeomans, the general manager Jeremy Allen, myself, and the entire team here, we'd like to congratulate all of you for being recognized as exceptional athletes. Your ability, dedication, and many sacrifices shows that all of your hard work was well worth it. Whatever your sport is, from baseball to cross country or volleyball to football and everything in between, sports builds character and integrity that's going to help you throughout your life. The Gary Yeomans team are proud of all the athletes, and we say congratulations.
Nothing excites us sports fans more than a spectacular play. From the buzzer beaters to the Hail Marys, they get us on our feet in the moment and talking about them for years to come.
Let's roll the finalists for the Play of the Year.
And now, the ICI Homes Play of the Year.
This was New Smyrna Beach High School's second game of the 2020-21 season and first home game against Halifax with an incredible steal by Ryan Weeks. New Smyrna went on to win the game and have a successful season. This was not only the homecoming game, but also a district game. And Maverick Baranowski had 2 defensive touchdowns to help take down University High School, 27-22. This is a Spruce Creek High School Lady Hawks defense showing what they did all season by shutting down their opponents. This play shut down Bartram Trail's ability to score. Players involved include Liz Greenberg, Taylor Snowden, Christiana Cummins, Bailey Perron, and Taylor Esposito.
Here is your winning Play of the Year. Congratulations, great job.
Chipper Jones here. Let's see who really knocked it out of the park this year. Coming up right after this.
Are you guys hungry? Yeah. All right, let's get some apps.
Let's do it.
It's as easy as that. Let us refill for you.
There you go, guys.
Wow, that was so fast. Thank you so much.
All right, cheers, guys.
Hey, I'll be right back. Okay.
No one likes waiting in long lines or missing the big moments.
Did I miss anything? No. That was quick. I know, right?
Do you want a beer? Yeah.
We're making it easier for you to get back to what you love without missing a single minute. Refill.
Did I miss anything?
Softball might be the most misnamed sport there is. First off, the ball isn't soft at all. Just ask anyone who's ever been hit by one. Secondly, pitchers routinely hurl it over 70 miles an hour, standing only 43 feet from home plate. So don't confuse softball for being soft. To present our next set of awards, here's legendary pitcher Jennie Finch.
An icon of the diamond, Jennie Finch caught the nation's attention pitching the University of Arizona to a national championship in 2001. 3 years later, she was on the world stage, helping lead Team USA to the gold medal at the Athens Olympics. She would later collect a silver medal in Beijing and go on to boast an outstanding pro career on her way to the National Softball Hall of Fame. Softball, presented by Homebridge Financial Services.
Hey everybody, Jennie Finch here with a question for all you softball players out there. Why can't they make a great sports movie about women's softball? Is it really that hard? I mean, our smaller sphered cousin baseball has tons of them. Sure, there's that comedy All-Stars, but that's really more about the parents than it is about the players. Even A League of Their Own is about women's baseball, where there is no crying, not softball. It makes no sense. Our sport provides plenty of drama. I don't know about you, but I've met some unforgettable characters in and around the diamond. And you have a built-in audience dying to see their sport up on the silver screen. So for any of you softball players out there with a mile-wide creative streak, start gathering some fun stories, start putting together some characters, and getting them down on paper. And let's see if we can make a movie about the greatest sport in the world, softball. And while we wait for that, let's give out some awards. Here are your honorees for the Softball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Softball Player of the Year is Amina Vega of University High School.
Amina Vega led the area in just about every offensive category imaginable, hitting .609 with 13 home runs, 30 RBIs, and a staggering slugging percentage as the Titans lost just one game all season. The athletic junior shortstop also drew 38 walks and stole 29 bases.
Congratulations, Amina.
In 1936, Major League Baseball became the first professional sport in North America to establish a Hall of Fame as a way to remember the greats of the game from every generation. Induction to the Hall is seen as the highest honor of an extraordinary player's remarkable career. To present our baseball awards is first ballot Hall of Famer Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones was selected by the Atlanta Braves as the #1 overall pick in 1990 and went on to become a mainstay in a Braves dynasty that claimed 11 consecutive division crowns and a World Series title. He captured 2 Silver Slugger awards and was the National League MVP in 1999. Baseball, presented by Homebridge Financial Services.
Hey everybody, can't tell you how proud I am to be a part of this presentation to all you hardworking baseball players out there. I also want to say how impressed I am at all the stats you guys use these days. Y'all have a measure for everything. When I was playing, we didn't talk much about range factors or wins above replacement or bequeathed runner scored. Heck, we didn't even know what bequeath was. The only time we ever talked about launch angle was if we happened to see the space shuttle taking off. and exit velocity was how fast the fans left after a big loss. But by embracing all the statistical analysis, you're getting new insights into this great game. You're also probably getting a lot better scores on your math tests, so keep up the good work. And don't let your BABIP affect your WOBA, whatever that means. Here are your honorees for the Baseball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Baseball Player of the Year is Brandon Neely of Spruce Creek High School.
Brandon Neely was critical to Spruce Creek's run to the state title game, dominating on the mound all year for the Hawks. The senior allowed 3 hits and struck out 10 in a 1-0 win over Plant City Durant in the 7A semifinal game. He allowed just 6 earned runs all season and allowed just 1 unearned run in 3 playoff wins. Neely will continue his baseball career at the University of Florida.
Congratulations, Brandon. Tell your pops I said hello.
Hey, we'll have some fun with you. Basketball is awards coming up.
At VyStar, we believe in better. And that's just what we give our members. Better convenience so they can bank any way they want, whether it's walking into a branch, managing accounts on a mobile device, or using one of the 20,000 surcharge-free ATMs across North America. It all comes down to the belief that people have better things to do with their time. If you believe that convenience is better, join VyStar. Visit VyStarCU.org.
Many of the athletes featured tonight will continue their athletic careers in college.
But our next presenter's talents were so prodigious that the professional leagues couldn't wait. To hand out our basketball awards, we have the big ticket himself, Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett, dubbed Mr. Basketball USA in 1995, was the first player drafted by the NBA straight out of high school in more than 20 years. This 15-time All-Star earned MVP and Defensive Player of the Year honors and an Olympic gold medal. Here he is, the big ticket himself. Basketball, presented by John's Appliance and Bedding.
Hey, KG here. I know all you girls and guys have worked really hard in high school. Have totally earned all the props and recognition you're getting. But no matter how long you play this game, know one thing they will never teach you at any point along the way is how to give out awards. I tell you right now, it's not easy. It's great that our country is a melting pot and we have people from all over. But that also means that the names can be pronounced a million different ways. So be kind to the big ticket, if you will. If I accidentally mispronounce your name or if I don't get your name right perfectly, I mean, no disrespect. I have just seen these winners' names and I'm gonna try my best, okay? So let's get to it. Here are some honorees for the Female Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Female Basketball Player of the Year is Isis Grandy of Mainland High School.
A 3-year star, Isis Grady helped the Bucks overtake the area's traditional powers en route to reaching the Region 1-6A semifinals. She finished her senior year averaging 17.2 points, including a season-high 29 in a playoff win over First Coast and 9.2 rebounds per game. Grady committed to UNC Greensboro and signed her national letter of intent in November.
Congratulations, Isis. And now for the ballers on the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Male Basketball Player of the Year is Ryan Weeks of New Smyrna Beach High School.
The breakout player in the Volusia-Flagler area this season, 6'1" junior shooting guard Ryan Weeks led the Barracudas in scoring at 18.8 points per game. A 43% shooter from three-point range who can also soar to the rim, Weeks made significant contributions at the defensive end too. He averaged 1.6 steals and 3.3 rebounds per game.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Courage means getting up after you've been knocked down. Failure is refusing to get up. Courage is getting up and doing something about it.
Courage means being uncomfortable and being okay with that.
Be willing to take a chance and maybe go against the flow.
To put yourself on the line for something.
I was always taught that courage means doing the right thing when no one's looking.
Courage means stepping out of your comfort zone.
Courage means you're fearless.
Courage means facing your fears and saying, I'm not scared of you.
Courage means doing the right thing all the time, not just when people are watching.
Courage can mean that you're just not afraid to make mistakes.
Not the absence of fear, but I think confronting your fears.
One of my favorite quotes is by Mary Ann Radmacher. It says, "Courage does not always roar. Some days, courage is the little voice that says, I'll try again tomorrow."
Courage truly means so many things. Overcoming challenges is the very essence of sports. But there are times when adversity comes after the whistles have blown and the horns have sounded, and it's devastating. The Courage Award is given to an athlete who has faced tremendous hardship, and through their strength and tenacity, were able to rise above it.
In 2018, a traumatic on-field leg injury threatened to end Alex Smith's professional football career and his life. After 17 surgeries, a lethal infection, and 2 years of grueling rehab, he stepped back into the huddle to help lead the Washington football team to an improbable playoff berth. Here to honor our recipient and present the 2021 Courage Award is a man who is no stranger to hardship himself, 2020 NFL Comeback Player of the Year, Alex Smith.
The Kane Finley Courage Award, presented by Halifax Health.
There are a lot of ways to define courage. For me, courage is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. And the grace exhibited by our Courage Award winner is something to behold. Courage can be found overcoming a sudden and traumatic event, or conquering a lifelong condition in ways the rest of us can't even imagine. What makes this athlete truly amazing is that they shared their very difficult, very personal story in order to help the next person who has the same brutal hill to climb. They found a way to turn courage into something shared, something inspiring, something beautiful. And the recipient of the Kane Finley Courage Award for the Volusia-Flagler area is Julia Bossett of Seabreeze High School.
I was out at football practice just getting my pads on, about to hit the field for warm-ups, and two of her closest friends came out crying, saying she took a fall, she hurt herself.
It was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday, and I got a text from her friend's mother. Then everything just changed.
She had gone down in the gym during basketball tryouts, and that she was unconscious and it didn't look good. Of course, every emotion possible was running through my head, but quite frankly, we didn't know how serious it really was.
I went through the door right over there, and I walked in and saw her getting CPR from the resource officer, and then soon enough, the medics doing the AED on her and shocking her heart back into rhythm.
So I don't remember anything about that day at all. I had a heart murmur growing up, but nothing else besides that.
Well, with sudden cardiac arrest, generally the chances of survival is about 10%. So when my wife and I both arrived at the hospital, she was completely unconscious, she was sedated, she had a breathing tube. The next couple of days there was a battery of tests, a lot of communication with a lot of different cardiologists.
I was most worried about her brain because I know working in rehab, I'm a therapist, I know what lack of oxygen can do to somebody.
The neurologist came back and told us that her brain was clear. There was no evidence of any damage, and they expected her to have a full neurological recovery.
And once we knew that, it's whatever happens, little obstacles on the way, we can handle it.
We started to see her moving, we started to see her eyes open, we started to see her responding to us talking to her, which was huge because for the previous 36 hours, none of that was taking place,
But we knew her mind was there and her personality was there, which is what mattered the most. So we kind of knew, given the situation that she was in the hospital, and I knew he had his homecoming game that coming Friday, we knew that he needed to go back and go play football and try to get back into a routine again.
Football's my happy place, obviously. I love football, and then, obviously I love my sister, so I used both of those in one just to, push myself even harder during that game. I knew they were watching from the hospital, yeah. So that drive going back out, I had like 4 or 5 catches going down the field, and then I just scored to top it off. All my teammates came and surrounded me and were, cheering me on.
Everyone was holding up signs like saying #4Julia and all of this. So it kind of really hit that like everyone really does have my back in all of this.
She cheered the last 2 games I believe I played in my senior season, so that was really cool. That game when she was first back on the sidelines, that was obviously me, and then obviously my mom and dad. Having her back there. We shared a hug before the game. I was able to run out and she was cheering with her friends,
I mean, that's all I kind of wanted to do that week. My parents were like, I think you should just take a little more time off and rest, but I was determined to get out there and cheer for my brother because that's why I started cheer, so I could cheer for him on the field, and that's all I wanted to do.
Congratulations, Julia.
Hey, high school sports fans, it's the Big Aristotle here to present some of the biggest awards of the night. So stick around. I've been preparing all week. I really hope I make Miss Swan proud. That's my 4th grade teacher. Definitely don't want to end up in detention again.
Team of the Year, presented by VyStar Credit Union.
Hello, I'm Brian Wolfberg, President and CEO of VyStar Credit Union. Today I would like to thank all of the student athletes who are part of the High School Sports Awards program. At VyStar, we believe in doing good and leading by example. That's why we are proud to support each and every one of you. Your achievements on the field, on the court, and in the classroom set a standard for our community. From all of us at VyStar Credit Union, thank you, and we can't wait to see what's next.
We've seen so many outstanding individual achievements in all different sports from this past school year. But now we focus on the heart of high school athletics, the team. And a crucial ingredient for success at any level, the coach.
And to present our awards for the best team and best coach, please welcome someone who is no stranger to success, legendary coach Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer has found success at every stop of his coaching career, including 2 national championships. He's the winner of multiple National Coach of the Year awards, and this fall, he'll make his NFL debut as head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi guys, we know that good coaches and teams of this world are judged by the wins and losses. But we all know that there's a lot more behind the scenes. Strategy, teaching, training, and a lot of pushing. But a coach excels when his or her team truly comes together as one. And it doesn't matter what sport you play. There really is nothing like being part of an exceptional team. It's never easy, of course. Nothing worthwhile ever is. The hours and hours of practice, the growth of a unit, going through all the ups and downs, the highs and lows of a season together. When you become a great team, a special bond forms between the players, the coaches, and the support staff. That's like nothing else I've ever felt. Yes, there's some magic needed to make great coaches and great teams, but don't take this old coach's word for it. Let's hear from some athletes who know a thing or two about winning.
A good teammate accepts you as you are, yet challenges you to become even better because they see the best in you.
A good teammate is someone who wants the same amount of success for you as they do themselves.
A good teammate is unselfish.
Somebody who always stays positive.
The way you grow, the way your game grows, the way your IQ grows, a lot of times is off the basis of how your coach.
A good coach is consistent.
A good coach is someone that can motivate you to do things that your mind doesn't even think you can do.
Good coaches understand that their role is not just to coach, but to teach, to inspire, and motivate an athlete.
Okay, guys, they really did say it best. But now let's give out some awards to some who've proven they know what it takes to come together as a team and bring home the wins. Here are your finalists for the Team of the Year. And the Volusia-Flagler Team of the Year is University High School Softball Squad.
The Titan softball team was a juggernaut this spring and nearly made area history. University reached the program's first state semifinal with a perfect 25-0 record and led Park Vista 3-0 after the first inning. But the Cobras would stun the Titans the rest of the way, rallying for a 4-3 win for their 49th straight victory. The Titans defeated Spruce Creek, Bartram Trail, Oakleaf, and Lake Brantley to reach the state semis and had one of the most complete rosters in the state.
Congratulations, ladies. Very impressive season. Now for the Coach of the Year, and the finalists are and the Volusia-Flagler Coach of the Year is Kenny Walters of University High School.
Longtime University softball coach Kenny Walters led the Titans to their first Final Four appearance this spring and a perfect 25-0 record before a heartbreaking 4-3 loss in the state semifinals. University defeated Spruce Creek in the district title game, then beat Oakleaf in extra innings 2 weeks later to advance to the regional finals against Lake Brantley, a game the Titans would win 4-0. Walters holds a career record of 176 wins and 61 losses over 9 seasons at University.
Congratulations, Coach. Excellent job.
All right, guys, the moment we have all been waiting for. It's time to reveal the top male and female athletes of the year. Yes. These are exemplary athletes who have stolen the spotlight, dominated the season, and shown what it means to be unstoppable.
To give us a helping hand with the female athlete of the year is the all-time assist leader in WNBA history, the great Sue Bird.
Sue Bird has been a basketball superstar for more than 25 years. She earned the Naismith College Player of the Year and a 3-time Nancy Lieberman Award winner. Bird was the #1 pick of the 2002 WNBA Draft, an 11-time All-Star, 2 NCAA championships, 4 WNBA crowns, 4 Olympic gold medals, 4 FIBA World Cup titles, plus a dozen or so International League titles.
Hey everybody, Sue Bird here. We've arrived at my favorite part of the show. Female Athlete of the Year brings together the best of the best, all in one award. It's kind of like that scene in Endgame when all the female heroes assemble, only instead of lasers, swords, and tricked out suits, you gals have sports equipment. But you get the idea. The point is, you have all excelled in your individual sports. You've all overcome obstacles standing between you and success. And you all have earned our lasting admirations. So really, there is no downside here. Just one of you gets a little bit more of an upside. But you all leave tonight winners. All right, let's meet our finalists for Female Athlete of the Year.
Michaela Kronk, a senior at Flagler Palm Coast High School. Jada Williams, a junior at Flagler Palm Coast High School. And Sydney Wright, a senior at Mainland High School.
And the Volusia-Flagler Female Athlete of the Year is Michaela Kronk of Flagler Palm Coast High School.
Three-time reigning female swimmer of the year, Michaela Cronk, completed a third consecutive Class 4A sweep of the 100 and 200 freestyle events this season. The Florida commit finished the 200 free just 2 seconds off the state record and won the 100 free with a time about 1/2 second off her Florida state record set in 2019. Flagler Palm Coast's first female gold medalist back in 2017. Cronk also competed in the 2021 U.S. Olympic swim trials and won 7 state championships in 4 years as a Bulldog. Cronk is one of just 17 female high school swimmers who have won 7 or more individual titles in state history.
Congratulations, Michaela.
Now let's meet the contenders for Male Athlete of the Year. With so much incredible talent on display, we needed somebody of equal stature. So our final presenter of the night needs no introduction.
Yeah, but we're gonna give him one anyway, because if we don't, I know he'll call us out and he'd say, "Hey, there's Rutledge, why did you throw Jesus some love?"
Wow.
So here to present our final award of the night, the one and only Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, the big Aristotle himself, is feared by opponents and loved by millions. Shaq's combination of size, speed, and strength led to 4 NBA championship rings, an MVP title, 15 All-Star Game appearances, an Olympic gold medal, and a first ballot invite to the Hall of Fame.
What's up, everybody? Diesel in the house, representing for all the major athletes out there in high school. It's time to give out the Best Male Athlete Award. Anytime somebody wants to put the word best next to your name, that is a major sign of respect. It means they know you do hard work to be great, but also you pay attention to detail. It means you rise to the occasion when your team really needs it. It means you make your parents proud. So let's give it up for the male athletes who are vying for the title of the best. And the finalists for the Male Athlete of the Year are
Brandon Neely, a senior at Spruce Creek High School. Sammy Ozor, a senior at Spruce Creek High School. And Kavar Williams, a junior from DeLand High School.
And the Volusia-Flagler Male Athlete of the Year is Brandon Neely of Spruce Creek High School.
University of Florida-bound Brandon Neely was the area's most dominant pitcher, showcasing his elite stuff in a 1-0 7A semifinal win. It was Neely's consistency that makes him this year's Volusia-Flagler Male Athlete of the Year. With the game on the line in the state semifinal, Neely struck out the final 2 plant batters with the tying run on second base. The 6'3", 200-pound righty struck out 82 batters over 63 2/3 innings and did not give up a home run all season. Typically, Neely's fastball sits in the 89 to 91 miles per hour range. However, Perfect Game registered a top velocity of 94 during last summer's 17U National Elite Championship in Hoover, Alabama. That puts the flamethrower in the 99th percentile nationwide for his graduating class.
Congratulations, Brandon.
What a great night. We have had so much fun celebrating your accomplishments, and we want to thank all the parents, guardians, teachers, and role models who have helped these amazing young adults get to where they are today. You're all so important.
Exactly. And to all the athletes, coaches, and winners, congratulations. Yes. Until next year, that's a wrap.
Yes.
Some advice I'd give to my high school self would be, don't sweat the small stuff.
I would tell my high school self to take time and enjoy the little things. High school flies by, and before you know it, you will be an adult. So have fun and enjoy the time with your friends and family.
Well, there's a couple things. I think one would to tell myself to be yourself. And a lot of times that's a lot easier said than done, but I know looking back, I was like every other high school kid, trying to figure things out, seeing what your friends are doing, seeing what your family's doing, trying to see where you fit in. And I think a lot of times as kids, we don't have the confidence to just be who we are.
Only surround yourself with people that you respect, that you love you back, that support you. You've got to have positive enforcement in every way around you.
Continue to be a leader and not a follower. continue to do right things in the community, in schools, around other student athletes.
It's supposed to be fun. Work hard, put everything into it, but make sure that you have joy when you compete. It's not about the outcome, it's about competing with all of your heart for something that you love. The outcome, the results will take care of themselves if you do that. So make sure you have fun with your team, rejoice in each other, rejoice in your talent, and just go for it.
I think I would tell her first and foremost to enjoy the process and have fun and stay present in the moment. And then I would say to challenge herself and to kind of run towards her fears and get uncomfortable. I think that that's where people learn and grow the most, is making mistakes, taking advantage of the mistakes as an opportunity and learning from them.
My advice would be make the most of your high school experience. How you do that, it's about people, it's about relationships.
Be yourself and be a leader before being anything.